Hi folks, I've just been up, last week. I went and did my last trip onto Secret River, or last day I could dig as such. So I've got results there and actual results for what I've got out for the season or the time I've been doing this river that's close to me. So it's quite interesting, you know what I mean? There's some nice pieces of gold. But from now on, over the next few months, weather permitting and stuff, we're going to be checking some other bits of rivers out, and tomorrow I'm probably going to have a trek up the Secret River, past where I've worked, and have a look at it. I'm going to take GoPro and do some filming, basically for reference for me, what areas I can look at. So, and I've been looking at Google Maps in area around me in woods, not on the satellite but actually on the road map sort of picture, and it points all rivers out in forest, so basically, or streams, small streams, which basically means I can just pop up there and have a few test pans up there. I'll be building a smaller hand pump to take with me. It's basically hiking up them and just doing some tests again for next spring, next season, what I can do around here. I've also next season also we're probably going out and doing some night outers on up in the Knapf area, which basically means that we'll leave maybe a Saturday morning and spend Saturday and Sunday working and do Saturday night. Or I'm looking at a hammock, set up a DD hammock, so that could be interesting, bit of fun, bit of adventure, because that's more of it than the gold, you know what I mean. But anyway, it's nice to be nice. So guys, we're back down here again. That's where I dug out last week. I'm going to set my sluice up there. I'm going to have another dig about on there. And on this patch, I'm going to try digging more towards middle. And see if I can find any chunkier stuff. Reason being is I know there's some chunky stuff in here. I've had some 4, 3, 2mm size pieces out. And all that stuff I found there last week were all powdery, really powdery. So I'm hoping that the coarser stuff's travelling sort of more to middle where it's deeper. See, there's all rocks here being laid. This sort of, it's like a big curve where everything's been dumped. I think it might also be worth doing a bit of sampling on here on front edge of this, because that's like front edge of curve. So I've done a bit of a test here. Behind that rock there, still right on this side, I'm still getting really fine gold. I got about 5 pieces. I took one little flake from around this area, and I've just took this down, and this is the bedrock or the clay, and I've pumped it out with a pump. It'll clean it. I've cleaned it out, and I'm not getting a speck from that area, so I'm going to leave that alone. I might still have a dig behind that rock there, so I might have trapped some. But what we're hoping is to find a pay streak, and obviously if that's it there, then I'm going to try and have a dig about up there and see if I can find anything that might be a little bit chunkier, because normally heavy stuff drops out on beginning at bend rather than end, and as you can see it curves up there. But this was last week, obviously I dug all this out. Some rocks there and some rocks there. I'm trying not to leave too much evidence, to be honest. Obviously the road's right here, so I'm in full view, but I'd rather not have like a load of people coming and digging here at the moment. So I'm going to try there. So there's 4 colours there, that's alright. They're not as small as the ones I found earlier. You can see it. And I'm still pulling them out from this bank, so I'm going to keep stripping that. I might just, for argument's sake, take a sample on that side there. The reason being is this is a really small river, and laws of physics apply, but how gold runs might not apply exactly the same here. So it's going to be worth trying that, and as you can see it's all cobbled under there, so that could be old river bed, so there could in theory be some gold hiding. I will try it all the same. So that's the menu today: instant noodles. I'm a little bit hungry, so I'm going to bash it in, and
coffee, and then I'm going to digging. I've tested all the way up here. I thought it was well worth it. Took a couple of nice millimetre pieces out of there, so my plan is basically to strip that back and run it through sluice. Spend a couple of 3 hours maybe. So I know there's some fine stuff down there, but I'll be finding a little bit bigger, and hopefully that'll be consistent there. Because I have run a sluice all day and took the concentrates home and washed them out and had nothing. So that's why I'm testing. I'd rather test there, and there, and know I've got some constant gold rather than just shoveling for nothing. So, right, while that's boiling, I'll fill some buckets. So I'm just running first buckets, and there's a piece, so it's a good sign. I've only put about 4 shovels in out of that, 4 of them little scoops, so I'm in the right place. So I've run 10 buckets, and as you can see I'm pretty much down to clay layer, and I have cleaned that off. I will suck it all out again with sucker all along here. I've got to here with 10 buckets, so I'm going to do a clean out. There's more here to do, and more here to do, but also, if we've got time, I'm going to have a look at that bit there, where my finger is, the stone. That's another curve. I'm going to have a bit of a test on there, because I don't think there's going to be another 10 buckets out of that where it pays, basically. It should be along the edge. As I say, took about 60 centimetres strip out, all the way from that corner and all the way along there. These waterfalls I cleaned out before. That was the first waterfall I did. And the first place I cleaned out, I found gold in the first shovel. So, and obviously there's nobody else working here, so this stuff's been here a long time. It'll be interesting to see how much more there is further upriver. So that's what 20 buckets look like after they've been through sluice. Not a lot. And a quick pan it into there, just to see what sort of amount I've got. And I'll put that in the other pan and put it back into the bucket later on when I run sluice again. It's nice to see just what I might have got. So that's results in my first clean out. That's a nice piece there. Focus. Just here, that's quite a nice piece. There's a couple of decent pieces, a lot of small stuff. About 30 pieces in there. I guarantee there's still some in that stuff there. I cleaned it out properly, I've run really quick, and there'll be some in the bucket underneath. The rest of it I've just washed into there. I'm going to suck that up with my snuffer bottle, and the rest of the concentrates I'll put in the other pan. I'll take that home, and then I'll set up and run another few buckets. So I'm just testing this. That's what I were before. There's still some more to be done. It's another 4 o'clock. I might have another hour or so. And I'm getting nothing from here. But here, so my Summit Paste Street runs that way there. Here I'm getting some gold. Not a lot. About 5 pieces. There's 2 in there. Little focus. Probably won't focus because of water. But there's 2 pieces in there. They're not big, but they're not really fine like some other stuff. So I might run some buckets out of that. But there's another little spot up here. I'll show you. This here. I'm going to clean this out. I'm pretty sure there should be some good stuff in there. I've said it before and been wrong, but I got most of the nice bigger stuff has always been out at waterfalls, and that's just a nice sort of drop in there. So I'm going to get that out with sucker and see what we've got, and if there's not a lot, then I'll go back and finish clearing that, see if I can run a few more buckets through sluice and see what we get from results at the end of the day. So that area down there is about paid out. I've been sussed out. Some old fella walked down with a dog, an haired frog. Sturpy's wonder, and it's like, yo, bitsily, and it's like me in the arse, and it glaubed this gold coin. So basically, he was surprised there's gold in it. But there you go. So I'm back here. I tried that bit up there, I wasn't getting any luck, so I want to work that now, that way and that way, and that'll be me for the day probably. So guys, that's the total from the Secret River this year. That's not the actual total, that's including the pot, which is about 2.415, so I've got to take that off. That'll be back with that, I'll put it up properly on screen. But I got 0.034 last week when I was out. So, but it's less than 10 minutes away, and there is some nice stuff, I'll show you. There's actually some nice pieces in there. So, that's what the result from the Secret River. In the end, there's just over a gram, so about 10 francs if you look at it like that. But as I said, it's very close to me, and it's just good fun walking up and down it. I've only even worked about 300 yards of it, what I've actually looked at, and I haven't worked it hard, so there's lots more places to explore. In fact, tomorrow I'm going on a trip further up it just to have a walk. I'm going to set GoPro up and walk up it and film it, just so that I can reference it and have a look, see what might be interesting. I'll do some tests with a test pan obviously, but that'll be a good sort of reference for me to look at, and look at places what I want to go and explore more thoroughly. I can't do any big holes or dig really now because season's finished. I'm not actually sure on laws on this river I'm working on, so the season might not be over, but I'm not going to risk it and get fined. But that's my year's results. That one, there's a couple of little nuggets in there as well, just tiny pickers, but that big one there were a gift from my friend to my son. But it was dropped in his pan, but it's been kept here. What does a 9-year-old boy do with a piece of gold nugget? So I'll save that. That's for him. But there's some bits in there, there's not a lot. That's from that very flat river, but I've got to explore that further up as well. It runs down from an hill, so I'm going to sort of explore around that as well in winter. There's some nice bits on there. There's some stuff from DeSantis and all different bottles of different rivers basically, and I'm hoping to be adding to them